Here's a truth that might sting a little. He's not going to fall in love with you because of your looks. He's not going to fall in love with you because of your resume, your accomplishments, or the fact that you can bench press your own body weight at CrossFit. The world tells you to be hotter, smarter, more successful, more independent, more everything. But the women who make men absolutely lose their minds, who make a man's heart crack wide open and pour out devotion like a broken fire hydrant, those women carry something invisible. It's not something that you can buy or earn at the office. It's an energy, a feminine energy, a polarity. And when you have it, you don't chase men. You magnetize them. The flower doesn't chase the bee. The flame doesn't chase the moth. And you shouldn't be chasing him either. I'm Brody Boyd, and together with my wife, Antia, we've been helping thousands of successful women for over 20 years combined to get a loving, long-term, and committed relationship with a man they want fast. And today, I'm going to walk you through 4 feminine energies that make a man fall deeply, irresistibly in love. These come from real life, real marriage, and real results. So let's get into it. The first energy is the energy of receiving. And here's where so many smart, successful, accomplished women completely blow it. You've been trained your whole life to go get it, go earn it, go make it happen. Girl boss your way through everything. And that works beautifully in your career. But in your love life, that energy is about as attractive as showing up to a ballroom dance in steel-toed boots and trying to lead him. You're supposed to let him lead, remember? That's the whole point of the dance. The masculine gives, the feminine receives. It's woven into the fabric of nature itself. It's woven into the biology of sex itself. And I'm sure you can imagine what I mean by that without having to get too explicit here. But so many women have completely lost the ability to receive. A man opens the door for you and you practically karate chop his hand away. I've got it. He tries to pay for dinner and you start doing mental gymnastics about splitting the bill because you don't want to feel like you owe him anything. He gives you a compliment and you deflect it like you're blocking a dodgeball in gym class. You've been taught that receiving is weakness. As a woman, you're designed to be Victoria's Secret, alluring, soft, and mysterious. But instead, you've become Victoria's Secret Service, interrogating his actions and refusing all incoming gifts. But Proverbs 31:10 says, "A wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies." A queen doesn't apologize for being worth rubies. She doesn't hand the rubies back and say, "It's okay, I can buy my own rubies, thanks." She believes she's worthy enough to receive fully from a quality man. Think about it this way. Giving energetically is how masculine men express love. When you refuse to receive from him, you're basically telling him his masculine energy and love style as a man is wrong. You're sending back the package unopened, and then you wonder why he stops trying to send it again. As Lao Tzu said, the softest things in the world overcome the hardest things in the world. That's feminine power. Not forcing, not pushing, receiving. If you've been struggling with this, it might be connected to your specific attraction pattern, and we actually have a free love quiz that can help you to identify that. But the bottom line is this: learn to receive his compliments, his efforts, his gifts, and his leadership with a simple, warm thank you. That alone will make you stand out from 90% of the women he's ever met. Here's what receiving looks like with real communication. Instead of taking over, try saying, "May I ask if you could take care of dinner reservations for tonight?" Simple, soft, direct. You're expressing a desire and giving him the space to step up. That's an example of what we teach inside of our Magnetic Feminine Communication course. A man who hears that feels 10 feet tall. He feels like your hero. And a man who feels like your hero will move mountains for you. The second energy is the energy of respect. Now, this one is sometimes controversial, but I believe in telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Do you want to know the number one thing a man craves from a woman? Well, I'll tell you first what it's not. It's not love. And I know that may sound crazy to you, but Ephesians 5:33 in the Bible also spells this out directly. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, respect your husbands. The feminine craves to be loved. The masculine craves to be respected. They're different currencies in relationships. And if you keep paying him in the currency that you want to receive instead of the currency that he actually needs, It's like going to Japan and trying to pay for sushi with Mexican pesos. It just doesn't work. But here's where it gets messy. You think, well, I love him, so of course I respect him. But then you spend the entire car ride telling him he's driving too slow or too fast, or that he should take a better route. You tell him what to do rather than ask him what to do. You energetically penetrate him. You give him helpful suggestions that are really just criticisms wearing a nice sweater. He's not your fixer-upper on HGTV. He's a man, and a man would rather feel unloved than disrespected. And I'll say it again so that can really sink in for you. A man would rather feel unloved than unrespected. Respect means that you trust his decisions even when you do it differently yourself. Respect means you don't correct him like a school teacher grading a pop quiz. Respect means you're his sexy cheerleader, not a coach blowing a whistle and making him run drills. And here's a one-liner that you can use when you're tempted to correct or criticize. Instead of saying, you should do it this way, try, I trust that you'll figure it out. 7 words. Watch what happens to his chest when he hears that. It'll expand like he just took a breath of fresh mountain air. That's respect for a man. That's what makes a man want to conquer the world for you. One of our private coaching clients, Kim, came to us originally feeling super stuck. Things with her man weren't progressing the way that she'd wanted, but she started applying what we taught her. And on Valentine's Day, she sent him a simple appreciation text using our magnetic feminine communication principles. That one text became the turning point. Everything shifted, and within weeks, he brought his 11-year-old son to meet her for the first time. They played games, grilled steak together, laughed until they had tears in their eyes, and that night, her man texted her back saying she'd been amazing and everything anyone could ever wish for, that his son really took to her, and that he loved her. She told us, I literally feel like I'm living my own personal fairy tale. This turned around everything for me. That's what happens when you learn to speak his language of respect. The third energy is the energy of believing in his mission. Every man has a mission, a purpose, a calling deep inside of him, even if it's just a whisper right now. And when a woman truly believes in him and his mission, even when the results aren't showing yet, even when the world is telling him he's crazy, that belief becomes the most intoxicating force for him on the planet. There's an old parable about a farmer who planted seeds in the spring. Weeks would go by and nothing was growing. The ground looked empty. His neighbors would laugh at him. They would say that the soil was no good and he was wasting his time and money. But the farmer's wife would walk out every morning and say to him, I know it's going to be a beautiful harvest, Daddy. She didn't constantly dig up his seeds to check on them anxiously for him. She didn't plant different seeds for him behind his back. She trusted him and believed in him and his mission. And when that harvest finally came in, abundant and overflowing, it was her belief that had sustained him through the long grind and the uncertain times. Theodore Roosevelt once said, believe you can and you're halfway there. But when a man's woman believes in him, he's already 3/4 of the way there. Because masculine energy thrives on the fuel of feminine belief. You are the wind beneath his wings. And yes, I just referenced one of the cheesiest songs ever. Now here's where women often mess this up. Instead of being the wind beneath his wings, they become the turbulence shaking the plane. They question every decision. They bring up plan B before plan A has even had a chance to breathe. They say things like, are you sure about this? With that tone. You know the tone that says, I think you're an idiot, but I'm trying to be nice about it. You've got more masculine energy at that point than a lumberjack convention. This doesn't mean that you go silent and nod like a bobblehead. There are no ugly emotions, only ugly behaviors. You can feel scared, but how you express it is what makes the difference. You can say, I'm feeling some nervousness about this and I'd love to hear more about your plan so I could feel more connected to your vision. That's awesome. That's vulnerability and truly feminine. That's magnetic and wildly different from, this is never going to work and here's 17 reasons why. If you've ever seen the movie Rocky, think about what Adrian meant to Rocky Balboa. She wasn't in the ring with him throwing punches. She wasn't in the gym barking orders to him when he was training. She simply believed in him. And that belief turned a nobody from Philadelphia into a champion. That's the energy. Be his Adrian, not his boxing coach. And the fourth energy, and this might be the most powerful one of all, is the energy of joy. This is the one that ties everything together because joy is magnetic. Joy is the thing that makes a man look at a woman across the room and think, I have to know her. Not because of her outfit, not because of her hair. It's because she's glowing. She's alive. She's full of something that he can't name, but he knows he wants to be near it. Galatians 5:22 through 23 says, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, and faithfulness. Joy is a fruit. It grows from the inside out. You can't fake it. You can't manufacture it with a good Instagram filter. It comes from a deep-rooted spiritual place. And when a woman carries that joy, when she walks into a room and the whole temperature shifts because her energy is so alive, men don't just notice. Men become obsessed. When Antia and I were dating, she had this thing that we call the happy hippo dance. Often when she was happy about something, she would just spontaneously burst into jumping up and down, singing, and expressing pure childlike, unfiltered joy. We'd be walking somewhere and she'd just start bouncing like a kid who found out that they're going to Disneyland. I could give you some sophisticated theory about why that worked on me, but basically it had a big impact on my masculine core. That radiant, playful, alive, feminine energy deepened my feelings and attachment for her. It wasn't calculated, it was real, it was her, and she still does it to this day. Antia also let me plan our days and our adventures. She'd follow my lead on where to go and what to do. Sometimes she would have a desire and I would say, sure, and make it happen. There's a beautiful flow that we have, the dance. This is polarity. This is her being in her feminine joy and me being in my masculine leadership. And together, it's like music. She was also often the first to energetically reach out after an argument. She'd put her hand on mine or turn toward me. Instead of shutting down, she might say, can I have a hug? That willingness to reconnect made my heart melt every single time. A woman who can repair quickly, that is simply wife material. Now contrast that with a woman who's in her head all the time. A woman who's analyzing, strategizing, calculating her next move like she's playing chess against her man. That's not wife energy. That's Game of Thrones energy. Meanwhile, he's over there thinking, can we just laugh together? Can we just be alive together? Ralph Waldo Emerson said, nothing great was ever achieved without enthusiasm. And nothing great in love was ever achieved without joy. And your joy isn't just for you, it's also a gift for him. When you're in your joy, you give him permission to relax, to open, to fall for you. Because a man doesn't fall in love with his head, he falls in love with his heart over time. And joy is what opens that door even wider. If you want a man to fall in love with you, stop trying to earn it. Stop trying to prove it. Because doing is masculine energy. Being is feminine energy. Be the woman who receives with grace. Be the woman who respects his masculine nature. Be the woman who believes in his mission. Be the woman who radiates joy from her soul from an authentic place. That's the combination. That's what makes a man look at you and think, yep, she's the one. And if you'd like to discover the next best thing for making a specific man fall deeply in love with you, make sure to also take our free love quiz to get your top recommendation to create a loving, long-term, and committed relationship. Go to our website, magnetizeyourman.com, or click on the link in our bio or in the description or comments below to get that now. Hope you enjoyed the content and it was helpful for you. Much love, and I'll see you in the next video.